So I wanted to make a small point here, because we've been hearing quite repeatedly, and we're going to hear again in 2 verses about seva, dasi, being a dasi of Krishna. So my title of this is called Liberation versus Slavery and Love. So in the beginning of the Ras Lila, in this chapter 29, Krishna met all the gopis and he spoke to them. He was telling that by leaving your husbands, you're going to ruin your lives and you'll not attain swarga. Verse, it says aswargyam in the earlier verses. Swarga means the heavenly planets, celestial delights and beautiful people and music and all kinds of fun and no misery, no old age and no disease. You just live, and finally, after a long time, which goes pretty fast, party goes fast, you die. But there's no pain anywhere, except you have to say goodbye. And that becomes painful. Oh, the party's over, and they get kicked out. And where you go, probably down. Because when you get that high, you can only go down from there, so you come back to earth. Shine punye martya lokya. Krishna is telling in Gita. So he's telling you're going to ruin your lives now, and you'll not attain swarga. You won't attain liberation because you're acting all adharma. But he's saying you want liberation, you'll get liberation, because going to swarga, it's called swarga mukti. It's a liberation just for being a good ashramite or being a good varnite. So now refuting this, the Braja Gopis are telling Krishna in 38, and 39, and 41, to Krishna, we don't care about liberation to Swarga or any form of liberation to Vaikuntha. We only want the boon or blessing that we can become your servant. Dasi, what do they say? Dasi dehi dasyam, bhavama dasya. Then in 41 it says kinkari. It's all about being, what do we want liberation for? So the seed of this idea that the gopis are saying that we just want to be dasas, then Lord Chaitanya picked that up in the Shikshastakam. So that's why he's saying, he's saying, we don't care about anything, not even liberation of Vaikuntha. We just want to serve your lotus feet. Bhagavad Bhaktir hoituki twai. We don't have any conditions. There's no terms and conditions to our surrender to you and our plea for service at your feet. We come with a clean mind and a selfless heart to serve you eternally. That's it. So they said, we don't want any liberation. We only want the boon or blessing. We can become your slaves. Because we heard yesterday, Dehi Dasyam means make me your servant. Servant means slave. Sold out servant, sold out slave. A farmer buys an animal, a domestic animal like a camel or a cow or a buffalo. Then that he buys in the marketplace and takes it home, puts a rope around its neck. Now he's a slave. The master can keep him alive or kill him or abuse him or make him carry heavy loads and break his back. You have a male, the bull. So this is the meaning. He becomes a slave. So they're saying we don't care about liberation. We just want to be slaves. Slaves in the forest, slaves in your palace. It doesn't matter where we are. Dehidasyam, O Sham, make us your slaves, your dasis, your servants. Bhavama dasya means, because Bhavama, first he said, give us your slavery, make us your slaves. Dehidasyam, and here they're saying Bhavama dasya. Well, let us become your slaves. We will become. It's actually affirmative. I read one commentary. Bhavama dasya. First they said Dehidasyam. You please give us your service. Make us your servants. Now here they say, Bhavama dasya. You're not saying anything. You're not saying no. You can't be my servants. You're not saying yes. So then, Bhavama dasya, we will become your servants, no matter what you say. That's a determination. Like some people, they approach someone and say, no, I don't want. I can remember people. There was a story of one person came to the temple. He didn't want anything to do with Krishna consciousness. Before he knew it, he had lost his hair. And they said, no, my friend dragged me here. I don't really want to be here. Oh, would you like to take some prasadam? No, I don't want to take this prasadam. I don't want. I don't like this vegetables things. No, you take some. Okay, I don't want to take, but I'll take. Okay, I take. And then he said, so now we're going to sing in the temple. No, I don't like. I don't believe in singing for God. I don't believe in God that much. No, you just come and try. Hare Krishna, Krishna. So then pretty soon, then the person says, so this is weekend. Why don't you spend the night? No, I don't want to spend the night. I didn't come here to get involved in anything. No, come. Okay, I'll stay the night. There's a story like this. One person told me. It was his own story. He kept saying, no, I'm not interested. I want to go home. I have to go home. No, just try it. And try this. And by Monday morning, God became, as we say in American, Baldy Rinaldi. Rinaldi is, I don't know what, maybe a name, Reynolds or something. Baldy Rinaldi. So it became Mundan or whatever it's called, shaved head. So the gopis are, we're not taking no for an answer. So I'm seeing that they're saying we will become your slaves. And then 41 they say we are your kinkaris, maidservants, female slaves. So that's all. Then Datta Abhayam, they were saying in verse 39 that your powerful arms take away all our fear, and that's just what person was saying earlier. They asked about a famous phrase among Vaishnavas or even pious Hindus all over India, Rake Krishna Mare Ke, Mare Krishna Rake Ke. So this is a faith. We believe in Krishna. We're fearless because Krishna, he'll always protect us. Konteha pratijanihi name bhakti pranashiti. Well, our pran, our bhakti pran, our loving relationship with Krishna will never be broken or disturbed. Life after life will carry on our purva abhyas. Whatever practices we did in our prior life, we will continue in the next life. This is the blessing and promise of Krishna. Several places he mentions that. There's no loss in this endeavor. Neha vikramo nashoshti pratyavayo navidyate swapam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Second chapter Gita, verse 40. So we have faith in Krishna's words. We believe in Krishna's words. Therefore we surrender, knowing fully and believing fully that Datta Abhayam, that Krishna will take away all of our fear. What is the fear? Old age, disease, death. There's no fear. When Krishna is near, the way is clear. As I've read once.